going on, guys? This is Sergio from Unique Dioramas. On one of my other feeds, somebody had asked me to build them a brake lathe. So I figured I'd get some pictures off the internet, try to duplicate it, and this is what I came up with. It's a 1/18 scale brake lathe. You got your rotor there, and pretty much if these guys go on Google, look up images and some brake lathes, you'll see one that looks pretty much the same as this one. It's got a lot of detail on it. See all the nuts and bolts, the little gears and everything. Very simple to make it. They're not that hard to make. You just got to put your imagination into it and duplicate what you see, basically. A lot of trial and error, a lot of parts that I built and I threw out, and so on and so forth. And I went ahead and built a couple other things I'll show you. Here's a press, springs. You can get these springs off a pen. I bought a box of springs at Harbor Freight. Let me show you what I got. I bought this set of springs, and you know, I use what I can. They're actually a little bit too big, but there is a set here that comes. Maybe you could use that one. This one right here. But they have different types, different sizes and stuff like that, and you can manipulate them. But anyway, that's how I used it. I used those actually came out of a pen. It's got a lot of detail also. I try to put let me get the pointer here so you guys can see. I try to put all the little nuts in there. As you can see right there, there's a couple nuts. And these nuts and bolts, if you go on eBay and get a eyeglass repair kit, it comes with a lot of small nuts, bolts that you can use to make these. They add a lot of character to it. I also went ahead and built one of these, the sun analyzers. Very simple to make too. Got all the wiring, got the hookups. I took off other parts that I had, and so on. Very simple to make, and it adds a lot of detail to your scale garage. The wires could come off, and you can unroll them and hook them up to your car or whatever in your display. One thing that I did do, I've been doing for a very long time, is 1/18 scale working speakers. And somebody had asked me, do they really work? Yeah, they work. And here they are. They do work. Basically, what's inside here is a speaker from a laptop, an internal speaker. And this is the way they come. They come like that. You buy them on eBay. I think they're like 10 speakers for like $5, $8, whatever they are. And then what I do is I solder the wires on. I solder them on. I build a box around them, and then I get window screen, the black screen that you put on your windows, and I wrap the speaker. I wrap this speaker with that, and then I'll build a box around it. Pull the wires out the back. Paint it all black, and you can put your own decal on it, whether it be Kenwood, Alpine, JBL, whatever you want to put. I mean, there is a copyright on those things, so be careful what you do if you're gonna sell them. I just build them for fun. I like building shit. But anyway, they do work. They do work, and they're 1/18 scale. I believe the whole thing here. I'll show you what it is. It's about an inch and a half by 3/4 of an inch, and basically you can hang them in your diorama, you know, and pull the wires out the back of your diorama. You can hook them up to your stereo, and they play. They have music. I know there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, nowadays we use Bluetooth, this and that." It is what it is. I haven't figured out how to use it in Bluetooth mode yet, but sooner or later I will. But it's a great piece. It's really, really, really nice. Basically, that's all I made so far. Besides, you know, the usual that I have, these things, and I do have the pipe bender, which I have in one of my other videos. Bends the pipes, and I did show you guys the compressor. Compressor's pretty wild. Like I said in my other video, I took all this apart, and I had pulleys from an old engine off a Dodge Ram, and I took the pulley off. I drilled a couple holes in here, and I put the pulleys on here, and I added a rubber band to make a belt. The other thing I did was I took all this apart back here, which comes in plastic and pretty dull, and I added a piece of metal that looks something like this. It looks something like this, like a window screen, but the metal screen, and I added that to the back. And then what I did was I grabbed some of this stuff here. Let me show you what it is. You know, you get this at the dollar store. Grab some of that, and it looks like insulation. And what I did was I added a little bit of insulation to the back to give it more character and more detail. I also drilled this out here because it comes very flimsy, and I put a piece of rod just like this one in there, drilled it so it's a lot sturdier. Pretty much that's how I did it, and obviously sanded it down, add some decals. And the other thing I don't like about these things is this stupid rubber thing. When we buy them off of eBay, they hang out, you know, all over the place. They don't look natural. So I just added a little bit of glue down here, so when you lay it down, the actual wrap sits on the floor. It looks more realistic. Besides that, that's all I have for today. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and put down in the comments what it is that you want me to make, and we'll make it here together. I'll show you how to make it, and that's pretty much it. Thanks guys, thanks for watching.